Welcome back to another episode of This Square Room. We have new episodes for you every single Tuesday. My name is Jonel, and I'm here with my wonderful co-hosts, Deswayne and Hugh-Gene.
Hi.
Hiya, boys.
Hey.
What a boy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm not gonna be like, hi, men.
Why not?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Mating call.
How have your weeks been? Have you guys been enjoying the weather?
Weather shit.
Toronto's finally easing out of lockdown. Gyms are open. Movies are open. Life is kind of sort of open. How are you guys doing?
Good. It makes no difference to me what's open, but I'm doing good.
No, it made a difference. We talked about it last week. You went to the movies.
Yeah, but I still would have watched it.
Like, they just made me pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hugh?
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah, kind of same, honestly.
I
Aside
forgot
from,
stuff was open.
Yeah, I'm just so accustomed to like
Not doing anything.
Yeah. Aside from the story I told last week when I went out, like nothing has changed really. One thing I didn't mention last week when I told the story about going out, because I was so like enamored with the fact that I was actually just out.
Whoa. Big words.
Do you know what that word means?
Fuck no. Amazed. It's another word for amazed.
I was going with excited, yeah.
Amazed, excited.
I forgot to mention that. I told you guys that, went to dinner, went for drinks, whatever, with my friends.
Whoa.
What I didn't say is, so they came to pick me up in an Uber. I was like the last stop before we went downtown. And, we're driving. The driver's nice. Like, he's kind of talking to us. Like, he's jumping in and out of the conversation, which is fine. So we pass a sign and my friend is reading off, like the whatever that week was. Oh, like, the lottery is like 60 million or something like that. So, my friend goes, oh, like the things I would do with 60 million. So the Uber driver jumps in and he's like, oh yeah, if I won the lottery, he's like, I would buy a fighter jet. And we were like,
all your money.
But we were like,
okay.
It's like $22 million.
Keep in mind, we're driving with this man, this stranger, telling us he wants a fighter jet. So we were like, oh, a fighter jet? He's like, yeah. So I can kamikaze.
Oh my god.
And we were like,
I can't say kamikaze when you're driving in a car, man.
So we're like, so I'm in the back seat. I feel like I don't want to say because I don't know if that's offensive.
Was he Asian?
Yes.
No, we don't have a huge Japanese community in Toronto. That's more in BC, so
Yeah.
don't worry, you're fine.
Well, what do you mean? That doesn't matter. Most of our audience isn't local anyways. It's like international.
It's okay. So we're used to it.
No, so we're just like kamikaze. Like we literally like kamikaze, and then we start like chuckling. And he was like, because like, what are you gonna say?
An F-22 Raptor, which is a fighter jet, is $334 million.
You're actually looking up the price?
Yeah, I knew it was ridiculously expensive.
Well, to be fair, I don't think this man knows the retail price of
I don't
fighter
think he
jets.
has sense.
Well,
$100
hold on.
million.
So we're like, you're just throwing out the word kamikaze and
Like,
like
yeah,
fighter jet.
yeah.
Like, what's going on? So he was like, his reasoning actually was good. He was like, oh, like, do you know Burma? Do you know what's going on in Burma? Like, it's so horrible what they're doing to the people. So I just kamikaze like all the bad people. So that's what he meant.
There's something going on in Burma.
But like, imagine like you're driving with a stranger
that's all
and
you hear. Yeah.
Kamikaze!
I mean, not quite, but you get the gist of it.
For the empire!
Yeah, so since then I haven't gone out.
Haven't gone into any strangers' cars.
No, have not. Definitely have not.
get
I've been in my car. The other day I went into my car and in the passenger side by the feet, there was a spider web.
Oh no!
I was like, first of all, how did this little
son of a
spider get into my car?
He crawled in there.
But like, from where? How did it
Bottom,
get in?
underneath, yeah.
It's like open? But like, it is? Why you guys looking at me like that? I don't know.
I have spiders in my car all the time.
They can go from your wheel all the time. Everyone has
Wheel
spiders in their
well.
car.
No, but here's the thing. I didn't see it. I just saw the web.
Yeah, which
so
means
it's
it could be in like your air vents. Like, yeah.
Oh God!
So when you turn the air, it's just gonna be like,
It's right in your face.
he's trying to like shoot a web and be like, yeah!
I'm like literally prepared to get into a car accident at any point because I don't know when. Like every time I get in now, I'm like looking around, but like obviously I'm not seeing anything. It's...
Problems of the first world.
It's crazy because I was in a situation like that. One of my exes, she was driving, and it's a good thing that we stopped. But a spider just came down in front of her face, and she started losing it. But we're not in park. So I'm like holding on to the wheel, and she's screaming, ready to run out the car. And I'm like, no. And I just like grabbed the spider and I threw it outside.
With your hand?
Is this why she's your ex?
No.
So that'd be a good reason for your ex. You're going to kill us because of a fucking spider?
Listen, the reason I know that this spider being in my car is not a good situation for me.
See it.
No, but I've been in this situation before. I was driving with a friend. You guys know this friend. I'm not going to call her out because of the rest of what I'm going to say. But we're driving. Windows are down, nice sunny day, wonderful, beautiful weather, whatever. And this big, huge, disgusting, I'm pretty sure it was a fly, but it was huge. Are like, what are the big ones? Horse flies?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. It like flew into the car and like bloop on my lap. So I'm just like, I'm driving though. Like I'm like going like 60 kilometers an hour, which for Americans, that's like what? Like 80, 90 miles? Whatever. Anyways, I'm going fast enough. Right? And I'm like, get it off me. And I'm like, let's call this girl
Bob.
I hate that every time.
Let's call her Bob.
What should we call her, Jess?
Linda.
Okay. I was like, Linda, help me, get it off me. And she's sitting there looking at me and laughing. And I'm like,
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah, because you're laughing, right?
I'm like, get it off me, help. And like, I had to pull over, quickly put it in park and jump out and like.
And flash yourself
because
off.
I'm like, you're in the passenger seat and you're laughing like.
Like you couldn't have died too.
If we go down
together.
Right?
Yep,
I'm like, girl, do you not care about your life?
Yep.
Like, it wasn't even like, sometimes when people ask me for help with bugs, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared too, right?
Yeah.
But that's like, at least I'm concerned. But she did not
Laughing.
care. She was
It's on
unbothered.
you, not me.
I was like, I really don't think you understand how at risk your life was just now. Like, my eyes weren't on the road, but my foot was on the gas.
So
you know what I mean?
It's your fault, bro.
No, it's the fly's fault. I can't control what I'm scared of. I don't mess with insects
Creepy
like that.
crawlies.
Yeah. You're called creepy for a reason.
Oh, well, I have a question for you, sweet people. If
Wait, who's this? Me and Des are the sweet people?
Oh, I'll take it back. You guys have to think about it.
No, I
No.
would still be the sweet people.
So
But like, he's just not like him, right?
if you get into a new relationship, would you be offended if the new person asked you to get an STD test?
No, not at all.
No, why would you?
I've done it without being in a relationship because I wanted to sleep with a girl.
Well,
She's
because
like,
you're a hoe.
and I'm like, all right.
Oh, okay.
That's what you want to know. That's what you want to know.
Okay.
Yeah, like if somebody asks for that, I think you just have to respect it at the end of the day.
I would respect the hell out of that.
Yeah,
That's
I think
ballsy.
more people actually need to do that.
Yeah,
because
then just jump into things.
No, I wouldn't be offended.
And it's almost like asking for like a what's it called? Paternity test? Is that what they're called?
Yes.
DNA test.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, to me it's almost like that. Like if you know this is not your significant other and you know they're doing stuff, for you to ask that to me is not insulting. It's just you want to be sure before you go ahead with anything else.
Exactly, because it's a new partner. Like they could have been sleeping with someone yesterday, and then now
Exactly.
today, like y'all are together.
Yeah.
That doesn't change. You know,
Nothing.
they may not even know that they have anything.
You got the clap.
Because that's a problem with
Is it
like
called clap?
Clap, not gonna be that.
that's like a nickname.
Oh, I thought it
chlamydia.
was
chlamydia.
Oh,
But it's like a nickname for it.
I thought it was clam.
Ooh.
Nah, this is called dirty puss.
No.
Oh boy. Oh,
You got
boy.
that clam, girl.
First of all,
I don't want to get them
men
pearls.
can have it too. Pearls. Oh.
I don't want them pearls.
You're giving me a nasty visual, and I'd rather
You don't
not.
like the nasty visual?
No, do you?
I do. I think they're funny sometimes.
She got them clams.
A dirty clam with pearls.
Yeah.
She got
Sounds
that
like an
clammy
infection, which-
puss.
Okay, Hugh.
I didn't want to go there because that shit was clammy as hell.
I had to hear where he was going with this.
Girl, wash it, please.
He's about to write a song, guys. You heard it here first.
I don't want to sell it anymore.
He's so proud of himself.
He is, because he kept going. Hugh, in your, let's say, call it sexual fantasies,
Yep.
Let's say, call it.
do you have a preference of like what you're picturing as in terms of like where she works or what this situation is?
Jeez, that silence.
Not really, no.
So it doesn't matter to you. You'll just picture whatever, whenever.
Yeah.
You don't have like a reoccurring nurse fantasy?
No. I'm not a big fan of nurses.
You don't have a like. I'm thinking like a girl that's like woodsy and naturey.
No.
But in my head, I said homeless, and I knew that wasn't the right word, so I just went first.
I have homeless fantasies.
Honestly?
I just want to go to the southern Oshawa and find me a homeless chick. It's not that hard.
Yeah, sounds good.
All over the place, man.
Yeah, with Hugh, I mean, you can't put anything past him.
Joe, do you have any?
Like a no.
Am I the only one that thinks about these things?
Well, do I have fantasies? Period. No. I think every woman is like, like a man in uniform is nice, but like, do I have a fantasy about it? No, or I haven't at least.
With women, I feel like 9 out of 10 times firefighters win every time.
That's what I know. Why do you think I put that on my Tinder?
Yeah, I remember you said that. Yeah.
But it's so funny. I don't know if you guys have saw this. Maybe you sent it to me, Des. I don't know, or maybe I don't know. But I saw recently, like a couple days ago, a post on Instagram, and it was a woman. She's holding a lighter and was about to light a piece of paper because she's watching like a super hot fireman like video, and then it cuts, and the man was like, "Ma'am, put down the lighter. We do not look like that in real life." And it was just like an average looking firefighter. He's like, "I promise you, most of us do not look like that." So she was like, "Oh," because she was about to so the lighter house on fire. Like,
yeah, whatever you think they look like, they don't. Most of them are just old, fat.
I mean, listen, this man in the video, like, he wasn't bad looking, but he certainly was
it wasn't not the image.
He wasn't, when we think of like a hot fireman.
Yeah, you guys are thinking.
They're non-existent.
It is not.
There's like 2.
Yeah.
There's like 2.
2 in a billion.
I've seen like a bunch of counties.
2 in a billion?
Like, out of all the counties, that was when I was in Windsor. So I've dealt with like 5 different counties. I'm telling you, man.
You're like, I was top 2.
Yeah, probably.
I was top 2.
And I wasn't even a firefighter. I was just a student. Those guys are buckets, man.
I feel like doctors are probably another big fantasy.
They're buckets too.
For women.
Because they're all stressed out, losing their hair.
Yeah, but when a doctor is hot, a doctor is hot.
If you find one that's hot.
And not married.
Oh, that's gay. True. I know a girl that she went to the hospital because she was feeling like faintish. And she just kept talking about the doctor that she saw that night, and she will not get over it. And it's been like 3 years already.
Oh, get over
it.
3 years.
She's just like, oh my God, he was so hot. I wonder what he's doing now. He's with his wife, living life. Let it go. For me, I first of all, I fantasize about every single occupation there is. But I think the teacher does it for me.
Of course.
That's a good one.
I like the.
I feel like that's so common though.
I know, but
all the ones we just
the whole
listed
like
are
hot
common.
for teacher thing.
Hot firefighter, hot doctor.
I like the authority that they're supposed to have. Oh, you've been a bad boy. Yes, I am.
Yes, teacher, punish me. Well, teachers aren't actually supposed to punish you. Like, this isn't like the 1950s.
That's to
like,
punish
what are they
me.
Gonna do? Like, hit you with the ruler stick thing?
Ooh, yeah, the meter stick.
Feel like a bad boy.
Ew.
But it's like, for me, like, if it's a nurse, it's like, oh, you're not feeling well? Let me check your temperature. Let me take care of you.
Put that thermometer up your butt.
Boo. I want you to
some people would like that. A thermometer up the butt.
Oh, boy. That's, no, thank you. No, that's my no-no zone.
That's my no-no square.
You can't touch me there.
So yours is a teacher.
100% teacher.
That's so common.
Senpai.
I remember when I was in high school, I remember there was this, I mean, I didn't find him hot, but like a lot of the other kids, the girls found him, like the gym teacher, hot. I feel like that's pretty common too, though.
Oh, yeah, a gym teacher?
For us as an English teacher.
Yeah.
He embraced it, which was kind of creepy.
What, being the hot teacher?
Yeah, it was weird. And I look back at him like...
They know, but there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but when you embrace it, it's kind of weird.
You have to.
And he was,
but you're embracing it with kids.
Exactly, that's why it was weird.
See, I think it's weird if you're like fiending for it, but if you know that all these girls are looking at you because what are you going to do?
It's weird. It's weird.
It is weird if he acts on it. That's weird.
It's weird.
Attractive. It's like, as guys, we've seen and we've had, female teachers who we're like, ho 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 ho.
Yeah,
you think
I
you think she doesn't know?
Yeah,
when
but
you're
they're not
sitting
gonna
in
act
class
upon it.
looking at her like,
It's like, yeah, teach me English.
and like even my like.
Maybe that's why you don't know how to speak English properly. You weren't paying
I've
attention.
openly flirted with my English teachers and stuff like that, but it's like, it's the same thing. So you saying,
But they don't embrace it.
They do. They know they know
but they
why all
don't go
these guys
around,
are.
Hey there, boys. You want?
Oh, but they do.
Oh God, you got some
Fellas,
pedos.
shouldn't you be in class?
She's just asking if you should be in class.
Listen.
Talking
Listen.
about.
She went out of her way.
Class. You're
No.
failing, nigga.
No, you know why? You
That's
know
why you
why?
got 16 because you don't go to class.
The ugly teacher will look at you guys in the hall, shake
Yeah,
their
but no one
head.
gives a fuck about ugly people in general.
That's my point.
That's the truth. Fuck off. There's something called pretty privilege for a reason.
Well, so wait, hold on. Say that again.
Pretty
There's
privilege.
something called
Okay.
pretty-
Yeah, because I heard a little stuttering. No, I mean, yes, there is pretty privilege, but like I care about the uglies too.
No, you don't. Shut up. No one pays attention to ugly people.
I do, because you know what? I'm someone who truly like, I don't know. I like fall in love with people's souls. You know. Why are you laughing?
He's like loser, their soul.
No, like to
You
me,
can't fall in love with their
looks
soul
are
if
a
they're
plus.
ugly as hell.
I had an ex that my friend, my best friend, to this day, she still says it. She says that he looked like a cartoon character, and like not in a good way. And
Also,
I'm like,
I guess-
I don't see it, but like, I
I guess
mean,
because I'm a dude. Also, we care more about your looks than the girls.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
And also, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
a load of shit.
no, it's not.
They did test on babies. Babies know what's ugly and what's pretty. And they didn't even get exposed to that. Babies gonna know what is ugly and what's pretty. So that whole beauty in
like,
the eye of the beholder is just
No, they
it's
probably just put
something-
someone who looks like scary
No, they
versus
put
someone who looks friendly.
No,
You know what
you
I
can
mean?
find the
Yeah.
study. They've actually studied it. The whole beauty of the eye of the beholder is a load of shit. That was created by an ugly person.
No.
Someone else like, I want to be considered pretty.
My
Beauty
husband
is in
finds
the
me
eye of
attractive.
the beholder.
Well, you would hope your husband finds you attractive. What's that face? Would you
You're
guys
right.
marry someone you don't find attractive?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because I would fall in love with their soul.
Don't look at me when you say that, because I know you're BSing. That's not fair.
That was a good one,
No,
Des.
seriously, that was a
Thank
good
you.
one.
You got
But
it,
like,
man. You get them
I feel
stats.
bad for laughing at that because you know
Yeah,
that's
because you know
wrong.
it's full of shit. That's why.
I know it's
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you.
That was it right there.
no,
There
no,
you
no.
go.
Des
Nah, too
in
late.
this
You fucked
moment is
yourself,
full
bud.
of.
You fucked yourself over there, buddy.
No, I didn't. I believe that beauty is in the eye of the beholder because look, there's so many beautiful. Like think of like celebrities, right?
No, it's not.
Yes, some people would say like Angelina Jolie is one of the most beautiful women,
When
and
she
some
was
people.
younger.
No, still like in the last like 5-10 years.
she's pretty.
Right, but some people would be like, she's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Doesn't make her any more or less beautiful,
Dummies.
but it's in the eye of the beholder.
Only ugly people say
Some
that
people, like Kevin Samuel said that Beyonce's a 7. In what world do most people think Beyonce's a 7? Most people think Beyonce's like an 11.
shit. No.
On a scale
I'll
of
say
1 to
Rihanna.
10.
I would agree. Rihanna's prettier than Beyonce.
But I didn't actually say that, so.
No, but I remember.
think-
I know he said that.
But I didn't. You're like, I would agree.
I think it depends, because if you take away what they like, take away music altogether, like there's never been a Beyonce and there's never been a Rihanna, I really do think people more so go for Rihanna than Beyonce.
Yeah.
If they were just average people.
Yeah.
I think they're both beautiful women.
Yeah, they're both
The
pretty.
only thing is that I think that Rihanna couldn't get away with some of her outfits if she wasn't Rihanna, because Rihanna dresses like real out there. So like if you saw that on the street, you'd be like, "What is this person doing?" And like you may not even be able to see the beauty.
But the thing is, she's pretty, so we wouldn't care. That's the thing. You don't get it. She's pretty. She can get away
I'm
with
not,
shit.
I'm not hating on Rihanna or Beyonce. I'm just saying that it's not everyone's cup of tea.
No, they're both definitely not my cup of tea.
See? But like you're not saying they're ugly, but that's not like your thing.
The face is not
You
a
would
cup of
take
tea or
a
the body.
Gabrielle Union.
All of oh,
Okay.
What's Gabrielle
see?
Union look like? That's
Dwayne Wade's
Dwayne
wife?
Wade's wife.
She's alright.
That was Bring It On.
Yeah, she's alright.
She's my cup of tea.
Right. So you're saying she's
She's
alright.
still beautiful, but for me, she's alright.
Right, but if I was like Doja Cat, that's gonna be your thing.
She's pretty. But I like her personality more.
You
Yeah,
like that?
she-
You like that ass.
Yeah, I like her ass too. I like the.
He's like, I won't lie about that.
I like the
Them
claps.
cheeks.
Okay. All right. Ew. Like, tone it down. That's gross. The people listening don't know how.
I just pictured a butt clapping that fast.
Stop.
That's some SpongeBob episode.
Oh.
But I think that ugly people need love too.
They do.
And when I say
They need
ugly,
it.
I say ugly, like I use that term very loosely.
The dudes will get it if they get their shit together.
If they have money.
Yeah. The girls, I'm sorry.
I don't believe in that either.
What?
Like only seeking men like for their money.
I believe in it.
I don't think there's anything wrong if you're searching them because you can.
You guys wouldn't feel some type of way if a woman was only with you or primarily with you because of your money.
I would
understand it.
Exactly. I wouldn't feel away either because it's like,
really,
why am I have a choice too. So if you're with me for my money and I know that,
I can be like, see you later.
Exactly. I can be like, bye, or I can be like, you know what? I just need the.
But like, what if that's the type of woman that you're always attracting? Would you feel bad? Like these women.
Then that's
don't
a personal
want me.
problem with you.
That's a problem with me.
Yeah, you got to figure.
I'm not
gonna
blame
sir.
them. I'm gonna blame myself.
I think that's also because a lot of people with money, especially if they weren't born with
act.
it, right? If you come into money, you kind of lead with that, and you attract that sort of energy.
But
you're
when
like,
you
wait a
always
minute.
had it, you can't tell.
The thing is, like, if
Right. They say like people like real rich people don't act rich and they don't like come off, they're not like, you know, flaunting what they have and whatever. But like when you come into money and ooh, you okay?
Nope.
Correct answer.
No, like if I had someone that if I knew and I was aware that they were just with me for money, I'm gonna treat them like one of my things. You're expendable.
Right, but what I'm saying is all of a sudden you're in this world and girls are, you know, approaching you and
yeah,
whatever.
I understand.
You're
why.
gonna like it at first, but then eventually you're gonna be like,
but I have to look at myself. It's an issue with me. I'm projecting that kind of shit into the world.
Yeah, you gotta.
So I have to look at myself.
Agreed, but what I'm trying to say is like a lot of men lead with that and they don't like back it up. Like they don't have the substance aside from the money. So like
some don't really care because they're like, yo, I'm getting cheeks.
Because I do believe a lot of women who are with rich men like them. Yeah, the money's nice, but I truly like this person. But of course, there's a lot on the other end where it's like, nah, I mean, he's all right, but like, I don't really care. I'm here for the money.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
Yeah, I feel like you can always tell if somebody's with you for money or not. Like, if I really am always the one paying for everything, come on now.
Like, if I'm...
But, like, if she's, like, a, you know, stay at home.
But even if she stay at home, you will feel the love.
True, in other ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're going to feel that energy.
Even, like, she's not going to pick the most expensive thing just because you have the money. She'll be understanding of your money, and you'll be able to feel that.
Plus, it's like she'll probably, you know, cater to you in other ways.
Yeah.
Take care of the home, take care of
whatever.
the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Sunny side up.
What are you talking about?
Eggs.
I'm talking about eggs. Sunny side up.
Yeah.
Want some fried eggs, honey?
Okay, well, let us...
Got some cock in my throat. That's it.
Yeah, so Dennis, we're just not gonna address that.
It's okay.
We are gonna move on to a listener question.
Ooh, early bird.
Early bird gets the worm. Yeah, so if you guys are listening and you enjoy the podcast and you want to be this you're listening to this podcast and
we had
you
an upstairs moment.
No, it's just called stuttering.
I was just gonna say, get it together, Hugh.
Oh, you're gonna call me Hugh? Yeah. Damn.
Because you talked about him stuttering just now, so.
Yeah.
You talked about it too.
I did, but I didn't
figure
stutter
it out,
yet.
Stutz.
Oh my god. You know what? Stuttering is not a bad thing, but just now I got offended for you.
That like
ow! I feel like that should be a slur that we can't use.
Yeah, it actually, you know what? That felt
sounded
offensive.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
It sounds offensive.
Get it together, studs.
Hey, you're Stutz. Come on.
Oh my god.
Come on, Stutz.
Okay, now it's going.
Get it together.
Now that's offensive because people actually do have speech impediments.
I knew one.
This is what goes on in Hugh's
And
brain.
now he can speak.
Yeah, I knew a couple.
It's okay. I stuttered too.
We know.
So I can say Stutz. I'm talking to myself too.
Oh boy.
But you don't have an actual impediment.
Yeah, I have an impediment. I have lots.
Joe, keep going. Joe, just keep going.
See, that's one impediment right there. The cock in my throat. Oh, now you got another
I'm
impediment.
so sorry, guys. I just dropped my whole entire phone, and I don't know how.
Yo, this podcast is a mess.
Yeah, what's happening? Okay. What I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted is that if you are a fan of the show and you want to be a part of the show, we would definitely love to hear from you. So what you can do is go to thissquareroom.com/ask and write into us. If you have a question about us, a question about you know, a relationship, a question about anything. Like, we're open. There's no specific genre of what you have to ask us. We would love to hear from you. We love hearing from, you know,
Strangers.
new people. Yeah, we love hearing from new people. We love when our, like, reoccurring listeners write in. We just love it all. So thank you guys so much for the support. And it's thissquareroom.com/ask. So, we're going to do 2 today. The first one is from Mark.
Who the hell is that? I thought you were going to say Mikey. When he's that Mark.
Oh, yeah. No.
When I heard that, I was like, oh.
No.
And I'm a little bit.
Hi, Mikey, by the way.
Mark.
I feel like it's like a hi, mom moment. You
Yeah,
know?
This Mark?
So the subject is question for Des. So Mark says, hi, everybody. This question could be for everyone, but I figured Des might be the man for the job. Des with a Z, by the way. Des might be the man for the job. Can you do your best impression of a Toronto man's accent? And also, the fact that you're getting ready. I'm sorry. It's okay. Do your best impression of a Toronto man's accent and also talk about some Toronto slang words. I live in the States and hear it all the time from creators and Drake, but I haven't heard people explain what certain phrases mean or why some people talk like that, because you guys don't talk like that. So I assume it's only certain areas. First, before you start, Des, so that's the whole question. Do you want to explain what a Toronto man's accent is?
Well, first, I was going to say thank you for noticing we don't talk like that, because that is borderline
actually, that's
ridiculous.
one of the biggest compliments we've gotten.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So sounding like a Toronto man, and it's funny because if you live in Toronto, like downtown Toronto, not the GTA,
Like the core.
GTA is the surroundings of the core.
Greater Toronto area.
Thank you.
not like the Grand Theft Auto.
in Toronto, people don't speak like that. However, the surrounding areas around the core of downtown, they speak like that. And it's just really...
And not everyone from these
places.
It's just a certain type of person.
Yeah.
No hate if you talk like that.
No,
but like...
I hate it. And what it is, it's a mix of Jamaican, patois. It's a mix of British.
Hello.
Thanks, Queen.
Oh no! Why did you do that? We haven't heard from her in months. Leave her alone.
But they just pretty much take other people's languages, slang, and they put an annoying voice to it. And it just comes so natural growing up that if you are someone who is always like on the streets with your friends. No, it never came natural for me. But you weren't on the streets with your friends like that.
You don't know what I was doing.
Oh, you were not on those streets. You're on a bloody sidewalk.
I wasn't on the street.
In front of your house.
I wasn't even on the sidewalk. I was like in the window
You're in
looking
the house.
out.
Like, Mom, look at them.
Can I go play, mother?
But yeah, so those are the types of people who usually use it. People who speak normally, we only use it when we're being stupid or mocking them in a sense. One term that Toronto slang you'll hear a lot is mandem. So mandem.
Wait, hold on. His first question was to do the accent.
Oh. So I can do a whole
here. How
sentence.
about this?
Okay.
We just have a conversation.
Pretend the podcast just started and you're introing the podcast and whatever. Like, do it in your Toronto man's accent.
Yeah, okay. Here we are with the mandem. We're in the square room,
Yo, so there, bud. Fucking hell, eh?
No.
Sorry.
He was like, I want to be included. This sounds so exciting.
That was Canadian.
This is why Mark said Des.
Got a little northern there. Man. Sorry. That's Barry.
That was like northern.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's like my bad.
I was trying, but then
it's like I live in Oshawa. Leave me
alone. But like you said it with conviction. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, continue. I tried,
oh boy!
You just threw everyone off because they're like, okay, go ahead.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we were. Right?
You were on such a roll too.
I just came there in my pickup truck like, hey there, bud. What you guys doing there, eh?
No, that's literally what it was.
That is.
You're like on the streets with your boys and
the white guy comes by.
What you guys doing there, hey there, bud? What the?
But yeah, like if I was talking about my day, yo, fam, a man just cheesed me today. You don't even know I was about to gurks a man. Obviously, I'll interpret.
Wallahi.
Wallahi. And then somebody would be like, nah, you weren't gonna gurks nobody. Fam, wallahi. On God, the man was gonna catch this. On God.
That actually scared me too.
Yeah, I love that.
I
love that Hugh loves this. He was coming with such energy.
I'll do the ad-libs, man.
Oh God.
But yeah, that was like a
Toronto
simple.
man needs a hype man.
Oh God, not one. So I can list a couple of them for
That
you.
was good,
Thank
Des.
you.
But like good in the worst
In
way.
the worst way, yeah. I hear it all the time.
Have this battery thing. That's
Ting, not
battery
thing, man.
Battery thing. That's a new one I heard. A battery.
What?
You just heard that word?
I heard it a couple years ago.
But you didn't pay attention to it.
Nah.
He probably thought he's like AAA.
It's charged.
AAA battery.
I heard
My phone's at 98.
apparently you run a train on a girl.
Mhm, she's a battery
She's a
thing.
battery thing.
Yeah.
She never runs out. She's a Duracell.
That was a good one.
It was a good one, but I'm just like rolling my eyes. Guys,
So
we don't talk about women that way in this square room.
Well, too late.
So there's fam, which is self-explanatory. Fam, family. You know, your brothers, your friends, your cousins,
they're
whatever.
fam.
They're fam. Everybody's fam. Realistically, everyone's fam as long as they're near you.
Friends are fam.
Lit. Everyone knows what lit is. You know, it was fun. It was
Lit's
exciting.
not Toronto.
It's not.
It's
but
just slang. Period. Yeah.
Wagwan. It's patois, but it's what's up, like wagwan. You know, and they use it to say hello, but they also use it if you're showing aggression towards someone.
Give us an example.
So if Hugh says something to me that I didn't like, I'll be like, yo, fam, wagwan.
Yeah.
What is it? What time is it?
Yeah.
Which means, do you want to fight?
what do you mean? 7:35.
A girl who is loud or, you know, attention seeking or a whore, we would call her a catty.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that one a long time.
That long time.
I haven't heard that one in a while either.
This one is new-ish, and you won't hear it as much, but rocket.
Oh, yes, I've heard that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which is crazy because it just means someone who's attractive. Like, why
How do you
would
say that?
rocket?
But how would you use it?
I saw this rocket thing. Holy fam! I almost lost it.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Blast
Like,
off.
Taking
she's
off.
out of
Yeah.
this world.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
My favorite one used to be tutus, which
You still use
yeah,
it.
yeah, tutus just means and then. So if I'm telling a story, yeah, I was walking across the street and I saw this rocket fam tutus, man's had to cross the road and holler at that. Which just means I saw an attractive girl across the street and then I approached her to talk to her. Toronto's like, it's so weird.
Quite.
Bear means a lot, B-A-R-E. Just means a lot. There's
bear things, man.
yeah, there's bear things out
I
here.
remember saying that once, and the British person was like, "Oh, like you stole that from us," and I was like,
You're like, I don't know.
care.
Like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
You stole it from us.
Marved means you're hungry, you're starving.
starving like Marvin.
Yeah. What if something is sus? That means like it's lame, it's boring. Like if you're like, how's the party? Party is sus still, which means it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you say something that could come across as homosexual, they would say you're a suspect. Which
Oh, it's our sus man.
you're sus. Yeah. Wheeling.
Oh,
Wow.
Wheeling is
That's so bad.
flirting, the act of flirting or pursuing someone. So if you're trying to flirt with a girl, you're trying to wheel a thing.
Wait, dealing was a thing too, right?
Dealing, yeah, you guys are dealing. You're dating. Yeah.
Wasn't dealing like talking, or dealing was like you're
Nobody
actually
knows.
dating?
Nobody knows.
It's like,
whatever you want
yo.
it to be. Are you dealing with that?
Yeah, we're dealing.
Yeah.
Like, ew, I remember that.
Cheesed, annoyed, irritated. Everyone's favorite is nice dat, which means shut
Whose
up.
favorite? That's not my favorite.
Oh, you don't like that one?
No.
Yo, fam, nice that. What else is there? Beat. You're ugly. If, to everybody listening, if somebody looks at you and says, yo, you're beat, don't laugh, don't giggle, don't smile. They're telling you that you're ugly in the nicest way possible by using the word beat. That is, yeah, you don't want to be beat.
Who looks someone in their face and says that? Hugh-Gene probably.
I've been called beat.
Oh, oh my God.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been called ugly.
To your face?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who?
I don't remember the bitch's name.
Catty.
All right, that's probably why they said that to you.
I haven't heard anyone other than Ontarians. Ontario. What are we called?
Torontonians?
No, but let's go with Ontario.
Ontarians?
So
People from Ontario.
yeah.
Good old boys.
2 4s. Apparently, that's a Toronto, Ontario thing, and
I've
that's
never
just
heard
a
that.
24 case of beer. We call it 2
Oh,
4.
yeah.
Okay.
Nobody else
Like
does
a
that.
2-4.
Really? No one else does that?
That's what.
Yeah, no, they don't do
no.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm hearing 2-4s for a while.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the
From
the
here.
LCBO and get a 2-4.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're the only
Yeah,
ones
we're
who do
the
that.
that one I'll give to Toronto.
Yeah, that's
You
like
guys don't have
everybody.
That one.
Everyone says 2-4.
Everyone here.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Preing, you're just watching somebody, the girl across the street.
I thought it was pre-drinks.
Preing, as in watching.
Like-
Oh.
I'm preing the gal
Yeah.
over there.
He said pre-drinks.
Tim Hortons, Timmy's.
Timmy's, yeah, that's
That's not Toronto
that's
slang.
just
That's
Canada.
Yeah, that's Canada thing. Yeah.
Fucking double there, bud.
And the one that Joe hates the most. Yeah.
Stop.
Oh my God. I hope you guys don't have
You hear that?
subwoofers in the back of your car because they just blew.
That's what you hear at the nighttime when you're in Toronto sometimes.
That's what you hear.
See, what's the purpose of that?
If you're just saying you're agreeing.
Yeah, but
No, the extraness. You could just be like, yeah, eh?
No,
Yeah.
no.
you gotta put some.
You got to
extra
put some swag to
It's
it.
like, I would be that. I would be that. I would say that. Like, if you're like, oh, like, this water is really good. I'm like, yeah, eh?
But that's what they expect Canadians to do. We
The
say
A.
A. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I remember in high school, it was, eh? Yeah, eh? That's how you're moving? Okay. But now it's, yeah, eh? Okay.
Let me tell
I
you,
put making names.
when people have, like, talked to me and I hear that, once I hear that tone, there's like a certain, like, there's like a certain frequency.
Octave.
Yeah, that a Toronto man will speak at, and once I hear that octave in my vicinity, I am just out.
I think it's worse when a girl talks like that.
Oh, my
It
Lord.
makes my pee-pee hurt.
Oh, I can't fathom it. Why anyone would talk like that, but then when I hear women talk like that, I'm
It
like,
makes my dick
come
hurt.
on, you can do a lot better than
Makes
these
my-
Toronto
makes
guys.
my
So you're
dick
saying I
hurt.
shouldn't pick it up?
You should never even look at it.
Makes my pee-pee say ow.
And Drake did have it in a song where a girl at the end of the song, she was just like, yo, I'm not afraid of no catty. I'm not afraid of no man. Anyone can catch it. And she's talking like it's a Toronto girl, I'm assuming. And I remember hearing it, and I was just so
I
disgusted.
wonder what international people think of that. They're probably just like, is
Ew.
this person?
Yeah, is there? They don't have any schooling. That's how I feel. Like, why are
No
you speaking
bratos
like
here.
that? And like, even I have friends who are in the streets, and that is how they. Yo, Desi, you're blessed, fam. Long time no see. How's the youth? The youth's blessed. Jeez, he must be a big man now. Alive, fam. Yeah, man.
So what Des just said is, hello, Deswayne, how are you?
How is your son?"
He must be really grown up now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's crazy to me. I can't. I can't.
Mark, your best bet is just smile and wave.
Yeah.
Smile and wave.
But yeah, it's just a thing people do. Like, people from everywhere will, like, pick up certain slang words. That doesn't mean, like, every single person talks that way. Doesn't mean the people who do talk that way, anything is wrong with them. It's just, like, our preference. No, it's just, like, our preference not to talk. No, like,
I personally don't want to talk like that. If my son talked like that, I would cut out his tongue. Yeah, like, my brothers don't talk like that.
You want to live here, son?
Certain people. Yeah, I'll cut it. No,
yeah,
cut his
like I
tongue
said,
out.
the only people who I'm close with that talk like that are people who, like, like, joking. Like, Des will do it to bother me, like, as a joke, but, like, Des does not.
I do it from time to time, Mark. Don't get me wrong.
Not with me.
I have friends who do speak like that, and when I speak properly, I feel like I'm almost offending them because I'm using words that they're not. It's like someone using big words, and you're like, okay, smarty pants.
This guy's all fucking
Okay,
intelligent.
yeah, ooh, you went to
they're
school,
all
but
so fucking smart. They went to fucking McMaster there, buddy. Fuck off.
You know what I get?
I love Hugh's white voice. It's so funny.
That comes.
You
It
mean
depends.
Hugh's voice?
It comes out.
He said that's just natural.
It
Yeah.
depends who I'm around.
Because Hugh truly like hits people with the bud and all of that.
It depends who I'm around.
The only thing he's doing is putting on that like higher tone. Because Hugh's a little deeper tone, but the way he's like that's how Hugh speaks.
Yeah. There's someone with like an old white, like with my neighbor. That's pretty much how I sound.
Oh boy.
You know what I hate? I hate that. So you guys hear how I speak, and like I've been called a lot of things.
Name one.
Whitewashed.
Hey, welcome to the party, man.
No, but like
You just told me it right now.
What? I didn't.
Oh.
I just said that's how you speak. That's how I speak too. I don't think it's whitewash. It's just you. It's just Hugh. It's just Joe.
It's just me.
I don't believe in that.
I'll
that
stay
stuff.
over here. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
I'll stay over here. It's just you. It's just me. That's how we talk. They call it whitewash, but we're talking normal.
No.
Looks at Des.
No, you don't. To me, you don't sound stereotypically black or white. What the reason why, if I were to just hear your voice, I'd say that's a black man, is because you have a very deep voice. So to me, there's a stereotype. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I wouldn't take you for a white guy.
Before my voice dropped, I was on the phone with this girl, and her cousin came on the phone, and she's like, "Are you white?" And I remember, like, I was looking around the room, but obviously I was in the room by myself, and I'm like, and that's the first time I heard it, and I was like, "Excuse me," and she's like, "I'm just asking, like, are you a white guy?" And I'm like, "No, I'm pretty sure I'm black." She's like, "Really? You don't sound like a black guy."
Welcome to my world.
And I was like,
This was my life.
Okay, what does that mean? And she's like, I don't know, like, you just talk so proper and da 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 da. And I was offended and disgusted and happy at the same time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like, I don't understand. Like, I'm just speaking normally and I sound white.
It's my childhood.
Why
bro.
does that come with a color? That's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My thing is, like, a guy would try to talk to me. A guy, like, not that he thinks I'm white, like, he knows I'm black, but, like, he'll, like, see my demeanor, hear me speak, and then hit me with the, "Oh, so you're saying you're a good girl." And I'm like, ew, 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 disgusting, stop. Like, ugh.
Excuse me.
You know how many people said that?
Yeah.
Or like,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you admitted to being one of those guys who,
I
like, when
do.
you're on the you do the good girl
Yeah.
thing. Oh no, Des,
Yeah.
you have better game than that.
No, I do. And I do it. Whatever. Shut up.
No, you know the other one I hate that guys used to do? I don't know why. I felt like every guy in Toronto did this. It was like, "Oh, like, what are you doing?" "Oh, just hanging out, came into the shower, ate dinner." "Oh, you went in the shower? What about me? Is there room for me?" Or like, yeah, it's like, sir.
With the shower one, my favorite, my go-to is not "Can I join you?" was, "Okay, so you're still naked, huh?"
Oh, that's if I just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
So you're just a little wet there, eh? Oh!
Hey there, bud.
Ah, God.
Oh my gosh. But yes, thank you, Mark, for the question.
I
We
hope I
appreciate it.
helped Mark.
Thanks, Marky Mark.
Mark's probably laughing like, "Yo, these Toronto people are
He
weird."
knew what he was doing with that question.
These are some otherworldly people.
We have another question. This one is from Katrina.
Ooh.
Subject is masturbating in bed.
Did
you just choke on your water?
I did. I didn't.
Trina is
Yeah.
diddling herself in bed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm here for this. I know
So
all about them. Leg on. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
okay, so she says, "Love the podcast. I never miss an episode."
Thanks, bro.
And then she says, "Hey everyone, okay, I need you guys to be honest with me. I don't doubt that you will.
I'm gonna lie, bro.
I'm seeing this guy, and we had sex for the first time last week.
Woo!
And yes, Des, it was great in every way."
Because when she said that, all I was thinking was, I hope it was good at least.
Well,
Yeah.
from I read this subject, you like choked. So
Yeah, she choked too.
Oh, I hope she did.
that was a very Des thing that you just did, and I don't like this.
Should have done the goofy laugh.
I don't need two of you. Yeah, so she says, "I'm seeing this guy and we had sex for the first time last week. And yes, Des, it was great in every way." With an exclamation mark. We both orgasmed multiple times
Jesus.
and went multiple rounds. And the chemistry was most definitely there. So this weekend, I went over to his house and was expecting the chemistry to be there again.
No, it's not.
But boy, was I surprised. We had mediocre sex. Oh, ... Like so mediocre that Hugh would be disappointed. Why are you...
I wasn't supposed to laugh.
Hugh's face is so straight right now.
Hugh's face is what you would expect his face to be. I feel like that's like Hugh doesn't care about anything. So like if it's that bad that Hugh would be disappointed because Hugh's just like, I don't care.
Like, whatever, move on.
So she's letting you know that's how bad it was.
Aw, man, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, so mediocre that Hugh would be disappointed. On top of that, he didn't come.
Aw.
After everything was done, I asked him if he wanted to go for round 2 like we did last time.
I'm tired.
But he answered with maybe later.
Oh, that's a no.
Joe, girl, can you believe this? I love that she's including like all
everybody,
of us.
Everybody.
It feels like talking to a friend. I love it. Joe, girl, can you believe this? And it gets worse. No, girl, I can't believe it. Tell me more. And it gets worse. So we're cuddling in bed and he thinks I'm asleep. And then I start to feel movement in the bed.
Oh.
I crack my eyes open and I realize that he is masturbating right next to me when he thinks I'm sleeping. I was flabbergasted. It felt weird and disgusting, but I was mostly hurt because he didn't want to have sex with me, but felt comfortable enough to masturbate right beside me.
Hey.
He didn't even go into the bathroom. Joe, I'm sure as a woman you can understand how weird that is, especially since we aren't a couple. We've hung out a few times, but this was our only this was only our second sexual encounter. So I ask you all, what do you think the problem was? Was it me? Was it him? How did the sex go from the best How did the sex go from the best I ever had to quite possibly the worst? Scratch that, most definitely the worst. What am I missing, guys? Help me out, Katrina. Hugh, I feel like you should take it first.
I don't know. He I'm gonna use some Dragon Ball Z references. He went all ultra instinct on her, and then he just stopped. He probably didn't think it would be multiple times. He probably just like, fuck, I don't know. You're more of an expert on this shit. But I think
that's why Joe was gonna keep me for last.
Yeah, he probably just was just like, fuck it, pulled out all of his breaks or his moves, and then that's it.
Well, I think what she's saying is like, because these are two separate times. She said like they had sex and then it was the following weekend or something. Yeah, so the following weekend.
He probably just wasn't in the mood.
Maybe.
The jerking off in the bed, the second time annoying that person, that's kind of weird.
She said that they hung out for a bit, but it was their second time like having a sexual encounter.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I do think that is weird.
Let's go to the bathroom, man.
If you're not like, I think like if you're like married to the person and you just want to do
even
your
then,
thing,
I'll just go
or
to
if
the
you're in like a
bathroom.
relationship, then like
Just
do
go to
your
the
thing if
bathroom.
that's your thing, but like not the second time.
I don't know. He probably just didn't feel like it, or just really wasn't in the mood. Who knows? Don't think too much about it. It's only the second time. He's not your boyfriend. You're fine. Find some new dick. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't take it that personally. It's the second time. It's the second time.
Why are you looking at me?
It's
I
the
didn't
second
write
time.
this.
It's the second time. Like, come on. You'll be fine.
Now
You'll be
he's
okay.
looking between me and you.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Just find some new pee-pee. It'll be easy. It's not hard to get pee-pee. Just find some new one.
I will say, because she asked, she was saying like as a woman that I could probably understand how weird it is. I do agree. Like I think that maybe he should have excused himself to the bathroom. I get he thought you were sleeping, so I don't think he meant any harm. But it is creepy to like open your eyes to a man that like you don't know that well, and he's just going to town. But I do get like why a woman may feel like, oh, like is it me if
It might be. Who knows?
Well, that's not gonna make her feel better.
No, who knows?
No, but it's like, the first time was super great. So she's thinking like, why wouldn't it be amazing the next time? What I will say is I feel like chemistry, like people can have off days. Like men are allowed to have off days. Yeah. Like maybe the first time was good. You guys know you have chemistry, and maybe a lot was on his mind. Yeah. Maybe he was going through something.
Yeah, that's where he probably fucked up. He's like, dang, I went hardcore the first time, and he went too hard.
Maybe he was nervous. Maybe he was just stressed.
Nah, he fucked up. He went hard in the paint. He put the expectations up there, and now they have to stay up there. So if I was him, if I was his friend, I'd be like, dude, you should have stayed You should went Kaioken first, and then pulled out Super Saiyan later, and just go regular Super Saiyan. And then as time goes on, go to Super Saiyan 2, and then do 3 there, buddy.
There's 3 levels of Super Saiyan.
And then
There's a lot.
you can go Super Saiyan God, but when you go to Super Saiyan God, actually don't even go Super Saiyan God. Stay at Super Saiyan 3 for a while, okay? You go to Super Saiyan 3 for a while, and then when you guys start dating, still go back to Super Saiyan 2, and then make Super Saiyan 2 and 3 your regular, and then every now and then go to Vegito. I'm just going to use Dragon Ball Z power-ups.
I don't know.
So every now and then, so make your regular as, I'll say your regular should be Super Saiyan, and then, every time hit the Super Saiyan 3, because Super Saiyan 3, in Dragon Ball Z, it took him a long time to become a Super Saiyan. He was like, ah! You know what I mean? So, and then every now and then, on a special occasion, you hit the Vegito.
Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Des, what do you have to say about this?
I'll just sit here and not say anything.
I agree with Hugh the first time. First of all, if I go meet a girl, and I'm assuming the first time was at your place, just based off how the story was, how you wrote it.
I don't think she said, did she?
I don't know. I was just assuming.
No, but you're just assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So the first time I meet with you and we are going to have sex, I'm going to rock your world. Because if it's mediocre or less, this won't happen again. Why would I want you to look at me like, ugh, that's all he could bring to the table? No. So the first time is going to blow your mind, of course. Now, when you went to his house and now you're kind of like, what's this? What's going on? He could have done it on purpose and just been like, nah, like I can't give you that every time. Like, nah, whatever.
But she said it went from the best to the worst.
Because this is the second encounter. The first time we encounter sexually.
That's a huge jump, though.
It doesn't matter.
Like Hugh said, he should have, if he wanted to tone it down, not so much, I'm
going to rock your shit. Maybe he didn't think he'd rock it that good. And she's just like, oh my God, that was amazing. And he went out of there like, yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Barely my second form.
You see what I'm saying?
You haven't even seen the final
nothing.
form.
You see what I mean? So that could have been it. Like, he could have not been in the mood. Don't think, like you said, don't think too much of the second time, truthfully. Like, it happens. It's not that serious.
It happens, man.
If that is consistent, then that is consistently him. If
the bad one?
The bad one. Maybe he really had a good day that day, or maybe he popped a 1-2 pill before he got to you, or before whatever happened, and he didn't do it this time. Now, what I will say about the masturbating in the bed, I hear that you think it's weird. I get it. However, you're in my house. This is my bed. Maybe I'm a bed masturbator. I'm not going in the bathroom to go beat my tings. I don't like.
You could have waited till she left.
Why do I? It's my house. It's my house.
Yeah, but you have a guest in your house.
Do I care?
When you have guests over, do you just walk around naked?
I don't walk around naked at all. I've masturbated in my bed before while there's a girl sleeping beside me. I don't care.
Yeah, but do you guys have that established relationship, or is this her first time in your bed, or second time in your bed?
It could be the first time for all I care.
Really?
It's my bed.
I know, I get that.
She's
but it's like,
the only
just
okay.
Be like,
the reason why she's
common
offended,
courtesy.
It's not common courtesy. The reason why she's offended is because he didn't want to have sex anymore. Yeah. He didn't get off, and he didn't want to continue.
Yeah, he preserved it up for himself.
If he had mashed her up again, and then she went to sleep and kind of opened her eyes and he was masturbating, she would not think anything of it.
I think
because she was satisfied.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I do agree that that's probably a factor, but I also think that it's just the factor of, like, I'm here, and, like, I clearly, she said that they are they, like, fuck buddies?
They're probably barely. This is just the second
They're
time.
just seeing each other. Okay, right. So I don't know that, but like, she went there, they had sex already, so it's kind of like, and she asked for a round 2, and he said no.
No, I'm not
so
feeling
it's like, if you wanted to get, like, your rocks off.
Remember, I told you,
then, like,
I said
right
it in the past on podcasts, like, sometimes we'd rather masturbate than have sex. It doesn't matter if you're right here or not.
It's weird. That's the part that I think is weird. Like,
that it doesn't matter.
You're allowed to want to masturbate, but, like, if I'm here, then, like, just if you
feel uncomfortable, you go sit in the bathroom, and I'll tell you when I'm done.
If you don't want to have sex with me, that's fine, but then don't just masturbate beside me, because then it makes me feel like you don't want me. You would prefer yourself. So it's like, what am I even doing here?
Leave.
It's my house. I'm not leaving my house.
Well, she said she cracked her eyes out, like she was pretending to
sleep.
At
least I waited until you're asleep. You could have been watching Netflix. You could have been watching True Blood, and then you look over and he's beating his thing. At least he waited till you're asleep. It's not his fault you woke up. Well, it is, but you know, it's not his fault.
Just like,
well, that's what she said. She felt movement, and that's why she kind of peeked. Yeah. Like you said, he didn't. He's masturbating, guys. Like, not masturbating. Forget it.
He's pretending to beat his metaphorical meat.
Yes,
is that how the children?
Yes, that is how they say it these days.
While singing said song.
But yeah, like like you said, he didn't nut, and maybe he couldn't sleep because he didn't nut.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get my nut off. I try to do it as quietly as possible, and you know, it's not like she woke up hearing porn and you know, he tried to be respectful about it.
Yeah, I would say he probably was, you know, not trying to offend or creep you out. I mean, I don't know him, but I
don't think that was his intention. He just needed to go to sleep too.
Because if he was really trying to be a creep, you would have woke up and he was like masturbating over you or something.
Yeah,
you know?
and nutted on you. You woke up like, God, I guess I was drooling on my lap.
No, some men are very creepy. Like this, I mean, I don't know, but from the sounds of it, I'm not, you know, he doesn't with you on that one.
I don't overthink it, buddy. It's all right.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
It's the second time. You barely know this guy.
If you want to see him again and you want to try, you know, sexual encounter, don't go in with high hopes and don't go in thinking like, okay, I hope it's better. You just have to. It is what it is.
Just go in, just hoping you get a nut.
And don't.
Yeah, some people, you know, people just have off days. Sometimes.
Don't plan it. I personally don't like planned sex. I like when it's kind of spontaneous. Like, I know we're gonna have sex, but I don't want us to. Okay, come over at 3:00 and we're gonna have sex. Nah, man, come over. We chill a little bit, and then we're watching something. You're so stupid.
That's kind of low key a plan though, because
it is. That's what I mean. It's planned, but you didn't verbally say it. To me, when you verbally, say that? When people verbally be like,
knock your socks off at 3:00.
You see what I'm saying? Be there or be square. But yeah, don't overthink it, for real.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's only a second time. Once again, if you want some new pee-pee,
or what you need to do, like if it's bad, you need to rock his world.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Him. Ride his
make
cock.
Him. He rocked your world the first time?
I think it was mutual, because she said they both orgasmed multiple times.
They did, but that doesn't mean she rocked his world.
Hey, yeah!
Like she said, it went from the best ever.
Yamada!
What? Yamada?
Yamada!
Yeah, it went from the best ever to the worst ever.
Mishi bushu.
So maybe show him that, like, I'm the best you'll ever get. And even if
ride his pee-pee.
Even if it doesn't work, he can look back and be like, man. Because I can look back and think about a couple girls that fucked my shit up. That's for sure. And it's a good picture when I think about it. So, you know, if you leave thinking like, wow, the first time was so good and now it's so garbage. Ugh.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Not every time is going to be great.
Take your L. Or take his L.
Yeah, she took it.
Yeah.
She took the L, the D.
But essentially you guys are saying that you feel like the masturbation wouldn't be such a problem
if the sex was better that night.
Or if it was better, or if the round 2 happened.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
I think the way people feel in general are very situational. Mm-hmm. Like, you think something bothers you, but it doesn't. It only bothers you because this happened before. And if this never happened, this individual subject wouldn't be an issue.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. All right. Well, Katrina, I hope we helped.
But I mean, if you want to get your rocks off, I got Instagram.
Stop cracking your knuckles, you creep.
Desi D18, all that.
I hate you so much. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I feel like Hugh will find this funny just because it's like Hugh's, dark humor. But a woman, where was this? I believe this was no, it wasn't New York. It was somewhere in the States.
New York.
This woman, she bought, I think it was a used car, but she went to the dealership, bought her first car. It was like a big thing. And the Honda dealership, it was North Carolina. The Honda dealership posted on their Facebook page, congratulations to Bonquisha on her 2016 Toyota Camry, with a picture of her standing with her Toyota Camry. Eugene, what's that?
What do you mean? What's it for? Bonquisha?
How the fuck would you name your kid Bonquisha?
Well, that's not her name. Her name is. Sorry,
It's like Renee or something.
I'm not laughing at this story. I'm laughing because of you guys.
What's her name?
Her name is Trinity Bethune.
So why did they write Bonquisha?
Right. So she's saying this is racially charged.
Oh my God, it is.
Right.
So whoever wrote that died. They're you. Hugh wrote that laughing.
Do you have a picture of her?
Yeah, but hold on. So
picture.
the caption says, so she commented on their post and she was like, I'm not sure if this is a joke or something, but my name is definitely Trinity Bethune. I hope I'm pronouncing the last name right, but whatever. It's not Bonquisha. I'm very offended by this post. It's almost a racial slur. I'm not. If I'm, I mean, in the way they're using it, they're calling her ghetto. That's what they're doing. I mean, the picture.
Yeah, because that's like taking a picture of an Asian guy named Joseph, and you're like, yeah, look at Ming Lee here. Yeah, like, yeah.
No,
Hughes,
that's
you're
not
right.
funny.
It's a long
It
Hughes
is.
line. No,
That's why I
what-
said
yeah.
I'm sure he would be amused by it. Right, show does.
That's pretty fucked. That's pretty.
I know
fucked
she
up,
doesn't
man.
look like a Bonquisha.
No, she doesn't look no
I know
Bonquisha,
she
man.
doesn't.
No.
She couldn't.
It's just a black woman
She
standing
looks
in
like
front
she's
of her.
coming from work too.
She works like she's got off a shift out of a nurse.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Oh
exactly.
man, that's
And
not nice,
they-
guys.
Yeah.
And it's not even like it's a beat down dealership. It's a nice dealership,
Yeah.
nice
Honda?
car. Yeah.
Did Honda officially give them an apology? Is she gonna get like a free car?
I haven't heard anything about an apology yet.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, but
That's not nice, guys.
it's not.
Don't put Bonquisha.
Like Bonquisha is not a racial slur in itself, but the way they used it, it was
Yeah.
racially charged for sure.
You know what? It's also that kind of reminded me of years ago, The Gap, with the two kids, the white kid and the black kid, and the black kid was wearing a shirt that said, "Just another monkey in the zoo," or like monkeying around or something like
But the
that.
mom okayed the shirt.
It
Yeah,
was
but
the
that's what I mean.
H&M
Like
campaign.
just seeing, like that's kind of what it reminded me of. Like,
Yeah, it was
you
the
never
H&M
know
campaign
if
that said "coolest monkey in the
in the-
jungle."
yeah. And you never know, like, is this on purpose? Did somebody think this was funny, or was it like,
Well, the
my
thing is,
bad?
that
Because
goes-
maybe there is a Bonquisha that did buy a car,
Yeah, maybe.
but maybe that's not her. You know, that's not Bonquisha.
It is North Carolina.
I know, but I'm
You
just
think
saying.
that
I'm
that
just saying.
day another Bonquisha?
There's
bought
not
a
another.
car.
It had to be a Bonquisha.
Well, true. Sorry.
It's,
Like, yeah,
I don't know
no.
because it's situational.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying to Hugh, like, you know, just like the Asian thing, like Ming Lee, like, you
There's
know,
no Ming Lee's in North Carolina.
I'm not Ming Lee. My name is Joseph.
I'm a guy.
That's like one of you guys, because you're a black man, showing up somewhere and they're like, oh, you know, like Tyrone is here. Or, like,
That's crazy.
That's
you
an
said
Irish
that
name.
is it?
Yeah, Tyrone's
Me and a
Irish.
lady at
I
work.
don't know. What's a typical black man
No,
name?
Tyrone.
Right.
We stole that from the Irish.
Sorry, I blacked out.
It's okay.
A lady at work, like me and her, like we're close, not close, but we're close enough. Like I've been to her house for dinner, and like
You're close.
her kids are around my age. We all talk, whatever. And I know her siblings. She is
45?
older, maybe like 50, in her 50s. And we have kind of jokes like that because her brother asked what was my name. And I was like, oh, you want to hear something like Jamal, huh? And everyone started laughing. And it was one of those laughs that you can tell
That's what
they
we
really
thought.
mean it. Yeah, like, I'm
thought
glad
you
you
were
broke the ice
Jamal.
before we did because this would have been awkward. So we have a joke where, like, every time he sees me, he'll hey, Jamal! And, like, we'll laugh about it. And, like,
Hey, Cletus.
what?
Is he white?
Yeah.
I call him Cletus.
Why Cletus?
No, I'm thinking about like a white name. Like a southern white name.
That is the first thing that came to your
Cletus.
You said Cletus. I'm thinking of like medieval times. Like,
Cletus.
All right, not medieval.
no, I said medieval, but I wasn't thinking medieval. I was hoping you would
Cletus.
just not bring it up.
Sorry.
Yeah. I was thinking like Roman Empire days. Cletus, Montreal.
What?
I don't know. I just made it up and just kept talking.
That's apparent.
But yeah, it depends. Like what they do from here. If they're like, oh, you know, honestly, it was really our mistake. Blah blah blah. Like I said, maybe we don't know. There are Bonquishas in the world, so maybe a Bonquisha
one.
went there.
That day, that week,
We
that dealership.
we don't know. Everything
Is Bonquisha
sounds
French?
like. Is it?
No,
I'm just going with a bon.
it's hood.
It's very hood.
I feel like Bonquisha isn't actually like a.
He's about to Google, is Bonquisha French
Is
name?
Bonquisha? Was it that?
What does that mean? Good Quisha?
Was it that?
Bonquisha.
the girl.
That's Bonquiqui.
Are you sure?
From Mad TV.
No, not that one. And this became a big thing on the news because then her brothers like shot up the place.
What?
This girl beat up this other girl, and this is back when Vine.
Oh,
was
that's
a thing.
Sharkeisha.
Sharkeisha. There you go. You stop. Your foot was in the air to how you laughed before sound came up.
Hugh-Gene, stop Googling. Stop.
Oh, boy.
Des, you also had a really interesting news story that you had mentioned.
Yes. However, I have a question for you guys.
Oh, okay.
What is the most terrifying moment where you've been home alone or in somebody else's house by yourself and you've either heard something, saw something that you're like, F this, like I can't do this?
Ooh, I have a couple.
I don't have any.
You don't have any
None?
moments?
I'm safe in the homes I go in.
Okay.
First of all,
right.
if I was like a child and I was unsafe in a home, you shouldn't throw that in my face. That's kind of horrible.
I just tucked that in.
Yeah. But thank you. For,
Glad you're good.
for bringing up my trauma.
Okay.
No. Okay, the only thing is I wasn't like exclusively alone for either of these two stories that pop into my head. But one, like my mom had left the house and my friend Jessica came over. She lived literally around the corner from me. So we're at the house having a good time. We're like 11, 12. Probably like 12. Like we're young. And then my mom had a friend. We're gonna call him O'Neill because that was his name.
O'Neill?
That was his name. That's why we're gonna call him that.
Wait, what?
O'Neill.
Yeah, that's what I said. He said Moniel.
That's not a name.
That sounded like you said Moniel.
No, because she said mom.
I said we're gonna call him O'Neill. So he, like, I had met him before he came. He was actually she wasn't a friend. He was like a acquaintance, but he came a couple times to do work on the house. But I'm home alone. My mom has not told me that anyone is, popping by. And this man shows up to the house. Now, a normal person, you show up to the house, right, or knock on the door or something. Instead, so I was in my like living room, kitchen area located at the back of the house. We knew he was there because he popped up at the back door looking in like this.
Oh my God.
Right. So instantly we're like, oh my God, what is that? That's scary.
Like, who the hell was that?
Yeah, so we run upstairs and we go in my mom's room because her room had like the good view of like the backyard, and we're like looking and watching, and he's like walking around the house. It was super creepy. Yeah. And again, my mom didn't tell me that he was coming, so I was like, no. So he's trying to get in the house, but he's not coming to the front door. So, and I think I can't remember what it was. I don't know if it was that he had a key or if it was the garage code. But again, he was there doing work at the house. My mom trusted him, so he eventually got into the house. When I tell you, we ran to her house. Like, she was like a minute away, like literally right around the corner. So we ran to her house, and I stayed there until my mom came back, and my mom was like, oh yeah, like, he did mention he might come by, but I didn't know for sure. It was one of those situations, but I was still like, the way he went about, like, he did not ring the front door bell or knock on the front door at all.
Let me guess, he was black. Yeah, because that's a black thing. Honestly, it is.
Why?
It's like as soon as, oh yeah, I might drop by. Okay, no problem. And then they just drop in. I already told you I might drop by. You told me no problem. Cool.
And you come in around the windows and you see two little girls in there, and you choose to just continue.
And he did this. He's trying to, is that her? Is that her daughter? What's her name again?
Where you put your hands up to your eyes.
Yeah,
I'm describing it for the people listening.
Yeah,
you put your hands up to the eyes and you put your hands right against the glass, trying to peer in, which I hate, by the way.
Ugh, the weirdest thing.
So nosy. If you have to peer into people's homes that way, like, clearly you're doing the most. But that was one experience, and then the other one that I can think of was this one's kind of scary, and I think Hugh, I told this on the podcast a long time ago when it was just you and I hosting, but it's a brand new day, brand new host,
brand new people listening.
Exactly. So I was at my cousin's house, She was 2 years younger than me. Well, my two cousins. My male cousin was 2 years older. My female cousin was 2 years younger. I was in the middle, so me and my girl cousin, like, we shared the bed anytime I slept over there. But I was the older one, so I slept on the outside. Her bed was up against a wall, so she slept on the inside, I slept on the outside. Now, I always have this thing, like, I always sleep the most comfortably in my bed. I've always done that since I was younger, you know? Like, you sleep in a new environment, like, you'll fall asleep, but it takes you a little longer to fall asleep. Her mom always left like the hallway light on, and then, you know, the room light is off, but then the door is open because we were still pretty young. Like, I was probably like 7 or 8. So I'm laying there and, you know, trying to fall asleep, and I open my eyes and I have a straight view of the door and the hallway where the light is, and in that hallway is a boy sitting there with his like legs up, like his knees, and he has his hand around his knees. Fetal position. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Good. Thank you, Des. No problem. Yeah. And he's rocking. He's wearing a red baseball hat, and he's just rocking. He's not saying anything. He's not doing anything. He's just rocking, and he's looking at me, and I laid there. It felt like I laid there for 2 hours staring, but eventually, like, I just closed my eyes, and I refused to open my eyes until, you know, I woke up. Yeah, I literally fell asleep, and then that was it. But I was like, that was so scary because no boy lived in that house. It wasn't my cousin. It wasn't their dad. It was
just a random kid?
A random apparition. I don't think it was a real kid. Oh. You think a random kid at 3 a.m. is breaking into someone's house?
That's witching hour.
Right. It was in the middle of the night. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't sleep, and I looked, and he was just there. And I remember, like, being like, that was such a weird experience. But
like,
you
do
kind of
I tell somebody about it, or
right?
am I going to be a weirdo?
I had told my mom, and she was kind of like, "Oh, maybe you were dreaming." But my mom has a really good friend, and he actually used to babysit me and stuff when I was really young. Lovely man, love him to death. He went over to my cousin's house because he also is very handy, and he was helping them build a deck. And he said he had an experience where he was out there. They were at work. Like, it was just him at the house in the back working on the deck. And he said that a woman in white came up to him and physically, like, hit him, like, put hands on him. And then when they came, like, he had marks to show it. And he was not crazy. Like, back? He wasn't, I don't believe so. Fight back. So I'm just like, in the same house, keep in mind. So I'm like, there's probably like a ghost family 100%. Living in this home. And I saw the little boy, and the woman was like, you're modifying my house? I didn't tell you to do none of this. Yeah.
This is my house.
So let's just say I never slept over at their house after that.
I never talked to them again.
No, they ended up moving, so I was like, all right. Like, they moved pretty shortly after that. I think they were actually building the deck to resell. Renovate, right. So those are the two experiences that I think of right off the bat with like being scared, aside from, you know, every kid, like, you know, when you gotta turn off the lights and run upstairs before the darkness demon gets you. Yeah. I used to do that all the time. My mom had these statues, and they were like kind of cut out, but they were like music players, but they were cool. Like, I think they're cool now, but as a kid they were kind of scary and they looked kind of ghostly. And I used to watch them watch me, and I would always turn off the lights and sprint. I was a runner. I was a track star.
Kind of like your boy story. The story of seeing the boy. My brother had the same thing. My brother used to. This is when we lived in Scarborough. He was about maybe 6 or 7 at the time, and I don't even think he remembers this now. But he used to sleep, and he used to tell my mom, like, you know, we'd have breakfast together, and he'd be like, "Oh, Mom, yeah, like, I was playing with this kid," and da-da-da-da. And, like, he was talking about the kid and playing with the kid in the not in the closet, but, like, in his room, and they would hide and go seek in the closet. So one night, he's sleeping, and he woke up screaming, hollering, crying, ran to my mom. And it woke me up, and I'm listening to what's going on. So he was like how, you know, he was sleeping and he saw the kid again, and the kid was like, "Oh, like, come play, let's play." And he was like, "No, like, you know, I'm not in the mood, I don't want to play." And the kid was like, "No, you have to play with me, blah, blah, blah." And he was like, "No."
This sounds like every horror movie.
I know.
Because it's always kids. Why can kids see ghosts?
Kids see ghosts sometimes.
And because he refused to play with the kid grabbed him and bit him. And that's what
play with the kid,
don't tell me there were marks
that's what
on him.
woke him up. There was marks, but it's not clear enough to see if there were bark marks or something.
Bark marks?
Bite marks.
Bark marks.
See, I told you we all get our time.
Bark marks.
Yeah.
haven't done my journey today. I'm sad.
And then later on, we were doing some renovations in the kitchen, and we took out the old washer, and there was a pitcher under there. And he was immediately like, "That's the boy."
Stop.
We took the
Did
wallpaper.
you bring him to church?
Well, we always went to church.
No,
so.
to exercise.
No.
Him.
We had wallpaper on the wall in the living room, but we peeled it off, and we were renovating the living room.
The kid was there.
And no, but there was
in the walls.
there was markings all over the wall,
Oh,
like somebody didn't care about their kid, and their kid could just write. There's pencil, pen, height, just words, like just random. And I don't mean like in one section of the wall where you're checking someone's height.
Like that kid was
Like-
an artist all over the wall.
And his parents like just didn't care or whatever. And then I guess whenever they decided to sell the house, it was just just cover it up with the wallpaper. But this took a turn for the left because that is not what I was gonna say.
You guys are some demons, man.
100%.
Didn't you have an experience like that?
I was like a kid.
We were kids too.
Yeah, but y'all got like y'all saw some shit.
I'm
I
gonna
saw shit in my dreams. You saw shit in real life.
life.
You got some demons.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When I saw my thing, I was certain that I was awake.
You saw what you saw. You were
Yeah,
What's that
I
sleep
did
thing
fall
called?
asleep.
What's that
No, I don't have sleep
No,
paralysis.
you
I've never
saw
had
what you
it.
saw, and I believe my brother saw what he saw. I don't believe my brother was sleeping either. Like
For him to like see the picture
and notify
and be like,
that's
the kid. That is the part that like literally
and it's the same
gave me
kid that you're
goosebumps.
consistently seeing for you to identify.
I don't got no gooses.
But imagine being home, you have your spouse. Imagine being home, and then you in the middle of the night you hear.
Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure?
Now, this goes on for about 2 minutes.
I heard this story.
And this guy just went to a random house, and you hear him saying, "Are you sure? I just have a couple questions for you." He's not talking to anybody. Nobody's replying. The lady in the house said she heard the door knock and heard someone try to get in her house, and she kind of froze. Her husband went to work, or he just wasn't home, and she just hid and called the police and all that. By the time police got there, nobody was there, and they still cannot find or identify the guy. And this was in Vegas this month.
Recent.
Yeah. And me being big and black, I don't hear nothing.
She's in Vegas. She should have had a gun.
Not everybody believes in having a gun.
And you're a dummy. If you're in a state that you can have a gun, you don't have a gun.
I wouldn't have a gun if I was in a state that had a gun.
In a state
'Cause-
that had a gun.
Oh.
So was this? Did she pick this up from a Ring camera?
Yeah.
Oh.
And like the guy's really standing there to me that's terrifying.
Yeah.
And like I know he's probably maybe on drugs or something and thinks that he's somewhere else or imagining something, but he's having a whole conversation with himself.
This is why you got guns, man.
Yeah, there's probably like mental health there, but
Yeah.
like that's still scary.
That's terrifying.
very scary.
Guns, bro.
And like even worse, like we talk about it all the time, like being a woman, like he really, if he wanted to, could kick down the door and
bro, that's why you
get
got a
in
gun.
there and whatever.
Great equalizer.
See the gun. I don't like the gun thing. I
love
don't like the
guns.
violence, man.
I love the guns.
I don't.
man.
I feel like
Pew-pews.
if you have a gun, I feel like your first instinct is to use it, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
So that's why you train.
Training, spraining. Cops are trained, and we're out here shooting everybody.
Hey, man. Sometimes you gotta just shoot.
Shoot your shot, huh?
Yikes.
He said it. I hear him.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
Like I don't know, me being by myself, I need to just sleep. Any little noise, like I'm a scaredy cat. I tell everybody, like I can't.
Oh, that's true. You really are.
I can't.
That's why it's
do
good to have
it.
animals. They'll let you know.
No, even with animals, like even the story that Joe told the other day of being outside with Kingsley and like he was just staring off and barking into nothing. that would terrify me. I would never go out.
I was like, let's go.
I can't do like I personally physically have seen with my own eyes something that I know wasn't there. Like the same thing with the little boy. I have seen it when I was 3. I seen it again when I was 8 or 9. And like I've talked to my cousin who lives in Jamaica about it, and she has told me her stories.
See? Is it one of those roaming calf, walking calf things?
No, I was.
Do you know what I'm trying to talk about?
No idea. What's a Roman calf?
Let me Google it. I don't know what exactly.
It's just like a walking cow.
No.
So
it's like this thing, like this urban legend, that my mom talked about that like comes out in the witching hour in Jamaica. That's what I heard. I don't know. Let me Google it while you talk about it.
You guys got some haunted areas, man. 'Cause I don't have this problem where I am.
I remember I was leaving my grandma's house, and like right up the street, she owned a shop. So I was walking to her shop late at night. And keep in mind, I was about 3 years old, 3, 4. So I remember this perfectly. Anyways, so I'm walking, and I'm comfortably walking, and I look to my left, and I see something, or somebody, I should say, all white, like white skin, just all white, and they're peeking from behind the tree. And I remember stopping, and I was staring at them, and they were staring at me, and then I saw them smile. And then they started to like step out from the tree, and I ran to my grandma.
Like a thing in the Caribbean about not walking under trees or whatever.
Like I wasn't under a tree, like.
But isn't there like a thing about don't walk under a tree?
There's a thing about don't walk at night. Like it was terrifying, and I went to my grandma, and like I remember I kept looking back, and she was just kind of like, "Why are you even awake? Like go back to sleep." Blah blah blah.
Mom, I saw Michael.
And I didn't want to go by myself. And she was just like, no, go. I'm going to lock up shop soon. And I sprinted back to the house, and I locked the doors. I closed all the windows. Like, I remember how terrified I was. And then when I was a little bit older,
he came back?
Pretty much, yeah. That's how I feel. Like, they came back. And I did tell my mom, like 8 or 9.
Also, they followed you across the city.
I told my mom I feel like there is like literally somebody.
I hate that.
How long ago? So
I've been walking.
I need to sage you before you leave here.
I've been walking, and I have like
you got some demons too.
I don't have demons. You're the only demon haunting me in my life.
Bro, I'm good. You guys got some fucked up areas.
I was maybe like 15, and I was walking, and I would have fell into a ditch because I'm not paying attention. Like when I walk, I don't look down.
Blind.
To me, the ground is not going anywhere. So I've always kept my head kind of up. So I'm listening to my music. I'm walking, and I physically feel someone grab me by my shirt and pull me back. Like my one leg went in the air because I kind of got pulled back.
Like
and I turned around so fast, and I threw my headphones off, and nobody was there. And I was like, what the hell? And then like I turned and I looked down, and like I almost went in the ditch, and I was like,
well, that was first of all still scary, but it was probably someone looking out for you.
No, that's what I mean. Like I don't think it's anything bad, because nothing bad has happened to me where I'm like, oh, something almost fell. Like it's the opposite of that. Jesus. It's like somebody's always there to like save me. I almost got hit by a car when I was in Jamaica and I was a kid, and I felt like somebody pushed me and I fell. And my mom thought I got hit by the car, but I'm like, no, like somebody pushed me.
Good, Mom.
And my mom was like, nobody pushed. Like
I pushed me. He just went like.
So I've always decided, like, yeah, like you're right. I feel like there is somebody there that, whatever you want to call it.
Maybe that was the angel that saw and was like, hee hee to you.
No, you did the hee hee. You did the hee hee.
Did you have anyone who passed like close to you?
I don't know anybody.
Or you don't know anybody.
I know no one.
Or like, was there a family member that maybe like when your mom was pregnant with you, like like that would want to live?
I have no idea.
Because like that's
it could be her dad. I don't know. I don't know, and I try not to think about it because I don't want to know. I don't want to invite you.
Leave.
Yeah, I don't want to open that door.
Yeah, my cousin was sitting outside the house one day, and she ran inside the house, jumped on the bed, and immediately went to sleep. And I was like, okay. In the morning, I'm talking to her, and I'm like, what was all last night about? Like, why'd you run in the house? What happened? She was sitting on the porch, and she's talking to her boyfriend. And in the bushes, in the trees, somebody is sitting on a horse looking at her.
Oh, shit.
And she said,
it's massive.
She was thinking, like, this doesn't make any sense because like who has a horse, you know? This is maybe 10 years ago. Like, why would somebody be sitting on a horse in the middle of the trees and bushes? And they're making eye contact, and immediately the person starts like, yeah, and starts. why is that?
Because when you said no, when you said she saw someone.
No, I heard him say that. I heard it.
So he's just imagining it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're past the days of typical slavery.
Not 10 years ago. And then her visions.
Yeah, she's like, as soon as he started riding towards her, and like he was just cutting through the trees.
No.
Yeah, exactly. She said she just ran in the house and went to sleep, and I understand that.
I would have ran in the house, called 911.
And when she was telling me, my aunt was around, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen him before too." Da 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 da. And I'm like,
almost got me one time.
This is okay. We're just talking about this.
Hugh-Gene.
Woo!
Yeah, and that's why I believe, like, cities and stuff, I believe that's what all these lights are for. Because it's real. It's a real thing.
I live in a dark area. I'm good.
Yeah, that's what
you're
think.
going to sleep.
I've never had these problems. Mm-hmm. My dog, he's looking at him that doesn't start barking. He's like, yo.
Doesn't mean that there's not a dark energy following you.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so the thing that I was trying to say, it wasn't roaming calf, it was a rolling calf.
Oh, okay.
And the rolling calf is a mythical creature in the Jamaican folklore culture. It is associated with what is known as a duppy. Mm-hmm. So a duppy is
a ghost.
Mm-hmm. It says, with a duppy or anything dealing with the spirit or the undead. So the rolling calf is said to be the spirit of a dead person who during their lifetime was a wicked or dishonest person. So they kind of come back as that. And they say it's often said that the rolling calves tend to come out at night when the moon is full. So they see them and they're typically like covered in chains and whatever. And they kind of, I think from what my mom told me is that they're supposed to be like walking. I think that's why I said like roaming, but I don't know why they call them rolling. He's not like rolling down the river.
I thought it was like a rolling baby cow.
No, but like, yeah, so that's what it is. It's still, the point is, it's like something you see at night, or people have said like they've heard the chains dragging on the road, but they can't see the calf.
I've
but
heard
they
that
can,
before.
Right, but it's associated with like ghosts and spirits, but it's a spirit of someone who in life was a bad person. Yeah. So it's not a good thing to be around. Like, you want to hightail it out of there.
You know when you wash your dishes, obviously they're wet. You put them in the dish drainer. No. And then they slide because, whatever, positioning or whatever. I remember being in grade 7. So what's that, 12, 13? Mm-hmm. And I was home alone. I know I'm home alone. I know nobody's here. I was in my room and I heard it. The dishes. And I was kind of like, okay. Deswayne, it's fine. Like I told you guys, I'm afraid of everything. Deswayne, it's fine. You're okay. 5 minutes later, I heard it again.
Oh, no.
I got dressed and I left. I left.
No.
I went to my friend's house. I'm not doing this.
You know, it's so funny because...
like, it could have just been another dish that was wet or drying and I don't care at that point. It wouldn't be that long. No, exactly.
No, I don't like that either. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. You know what I love about my dog? I was telling someone this recently. I'm like, my dog is a black person because I'm like, if I run,
he's running. He's not asking questions. He's not looking back. He's running.
Mm-hmm. But there's sometimes when I'm calling him and he's looking me in my eyes and just sitting there. Mm-hmm. But like when I start to run, he knows run. What time he knows. He's like, you're not about to play me today. No, thank you, sir.
Definitely.
Wow. Okay. So that was a lot.
Yeah, that went
for
deep.
you guys, not for me.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have none of this. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I had these problems for like maybe a year when I was a kid, and that was it. But they're all in my head.
Ooh.
Or so you think.
Nah, that's true. It's true.
I still see your shadows in my room. I just imagine like.
I don't know. I have a dog. I haven't had no problems. He doesn't look off in the.
Doesn't just bark randomly at nothing.
And there's something always there.
Yep, you're gonna die. Ted doesn't care.
It's like
Ted is not looking out for you.
I guess.
He's like, take him, don't take me.
Yeah. I won't let him know you're coming. Don't worry.
But yes, so we have reached the end of this episode.
Woo!
Hopefully none of you guys have had any experiences that we have talked about,
Yes.
because that is creepy.
Projected the experience into them now.
If you have, I actually want to hear them.
We'd love to hear it if anyone's interested in writing in about your experiences. Like I said, thissquareroom.com/ask. We'd love to hear your stories, questions, whatever. Alternatively, you can go to the website and just go to the Ask Us tab. Our website is at thissquareroom.com. Our socials are at This Square Room. You can find Hugh-Gene on Instagram at HugHgeneB. You can find Deswayne on Instagram at DesiD18. And you can find me on Instagram at Jonel Wilson. With that being said, thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.